Make sure you guys are getting your last minute merch and snacks as well. We got about a minute and a half until things get underway here, and until you get the beautiful bean footage and all that other stuff. Because while Nefertiti might be gone, I might still be telling people to roll that beautiful bean footage every week. Because why not? I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna be back. To be perfectly honest with you, I think she got turned into like a little kitty cat. She's probably living in a frontery somewhere where she's doing an Yzma, where she has to live a life of subservience and stuff on walking around on all four legs. Probably have somebody putting like a little bow on her neck and a little bell. And totally, it's absolutely a little pink bow too. All right, folks. Well, it is 4 o'clock, which means it is time to get things rolling here. It's on with the violence. It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the angels on the wrestling show tonight. So, like I said a couple of minutes ago, just like Nefertiti's only pause, roll that beautiful beam footage. All right. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Elite Angel Wrestling. I am, of course, your man with the microphone, Mr. Mayhem himself, Maximus Blanks, coming to you live, and mostly flying solo, aside from referee Hiroshi chilling here with me for the moment. Yeah, we got a lot of action for you guys today. You know the rules. Make sure you join the Discord. Make sure you join the Second Life group. Make sure you get your media and your environments all set the right way. Because it's time to get down to some fighting and stuff like that. But first, apparently, we're going to hear from Mr. Motor Nation himself, Hal Jackson. So let's go ahead and go ringside here and see what Hal Jackson's got to say today. I guess he can drive vehicles in here. He said he got the right permissions. But yeah, let's go ahead and hear what Hal Jackson's got to say here today. Oh, here we go. Alright, here's a microphone for you. I think Hal's having some trouble with his microphone here. Well, things just don't want to work tonight. Elite Angel Wrestling. How y'all doing? I'll tell you what, it is great to be back in front of such great fans. I would have driven my race car into the arena, but it don't fit. So I had to buy a go-kart to drive in. You know, it's been a few months since I stepped into the foot of an stepped foot into the AEW ring, and it's been a blast. The catering was pretty good as well, but I'll tell you what, the only thing that sucked was these Jimmy's Supreme Nachos they had back. Not to forget, the sun is back, and I signed a contract to Red Bull Oracle Racing. So I get to work with Max Verstappen. Exciting times. Anywho, I am Mr. Motor Nation, Hal Jackson, 3-time Formula One World Drivers Champion, 5-time local dirt track champion, and 1-time 24 Hours of Le Mans winner, and 1-time 24 Hours of Nürburgring winner. So, I know what you're asking yourself. What is the Motor Nation? It represents motorsports as a whole. From Formula One to NASCAR to World of Outlaws to Monster Jam to motocross to endurance racing, to rallycross, etc., etc. Yay! Now, the whole stereotype is that race car drivers only know how to turn left. Well, I'm here to tell you, when you expand your horizons to other motorsports, you will see just how different each discipline is. Now, I'm a second-generation racer. My daddy raced cars a long time ago until he died in a fiery crash during the Rolex 24 Hours of Daytona. In fact, it's been 30 years since he died. Way back in 1995, heading into the infield, his steering broke and blam, straight into an unprotected wall at 205 miles per hour. But I also have a love for wrestling, which is why I came to EAW, for the competition, for the adrenaline rush, to entertain each and every one of you wonderful fans. And who knows, perhaps one day I will be challenging whomever for the EAW World Championship. but that's far into the future. But you know what is grinding my gears? Someone stole a priceless Dale Earnhardt Sr. memorabilia from my Corvette. So whoever did it, hopefully you do the right thing and come forward. Anyways, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Big Red Gum, GM Goodwrench, Red Bull. What a wonderful group of people are these corporations. And also Walmart, IKEA, and Bass Pro Shops. So I hope every one of you has fun and enjoys the show. All right, Hal Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for him. Apparently somebody snagged some of Hal Jackson's stuff, and I've got a little bit of a background for Hal Jackson. It's kind of interesting though. He's been involved in racing for as long as he has, and he's kind of bridging to other sports. But that's enough talking for now. It's time to get down to some action. We've got our first match of the night with Sandra Summers versus Anne-Lena Collins. Entering first. At a height of 6 feet even, weighing 180 pounds, from the beaches of the Atlantic, she is sexy Sandra Summers. That's right, I'm still me, and I'm sorry I left you all on the beach. I just had to go surfing. No. Come on, Sandra. This is another one whose entrance music is a bop. Yeah, I got ups too. I'm a modern day genetic freak. Brace yourself, Hiroshi. It's one of your favorite theme songs coming up next. And her opponent, coming in at a height of 5 foot 6 inches, weighing at 162 pounds, from Lower Saxony, Germany, the Wildcat of Deutschland, Anne-Lena Collins.
Ich bin jung und vielleicht weiß ich nicht viel, aber eins ist mal klar, ich gewinne das Spiel. Pisst du mir ans Bein, dann piss ich zurück. Du kriegst mich nicht klein, pass auf, die Bombe tickt. Willst du ins Feuer gehen, willst du mich siegen sehen, willst du jetzt untergehen? 1, 2, 3, links, frei, ich werde nie aufgeben, es ist noch nicht vorbei, jetzt kannst du was erleben. 1, 2, 3, links, frei,
Alright, looks like we got both our competitors in the ring here. I gotta say, Sandra's gonna have a tall mountain to climb here this week, in the form of a former EAW World Champion. Yeah, you can't really show too much bias there. You can just leave it here. I'll give it back to you when you're done. Yeah, this is definitely the battle of banger theme songs today here between Anne-Lena Collins and Sandra Summers. Both are really, really catchy tunes. As Hiroshi checks over Sandra and makes sure she's good to go. And then, of course, does the same here with Anne-Lena as well. Alright, looks like both angels are clean. Hirochi's getting ready to start us off here. Got her ready from Anne-Lena. And a ready from Sandra. So here we go. There's the bell. Being up in center of the ring and then tying up quickly. Looks like Anne-Lena wastes no time getting Sandra into a side headlock there. Ooh, and she changes it into a hammerlock, working behind there, just kind of twerking on that arm, giving an extra little bit of an arm wrench there. Torquing, T-O-U-R-Q-U-I-N-G, not twerking. As looks like that Russian leg sweep from Anne-Lena didn't have quite as much of an effect on Sandra's move she was looking for, as Sandra nips up right away, and they get right back locked into it with Sandra locking in a headlock of her own. Sandra keeping the momentum going here with a headlock takedown. Keeps it cinched in nicely as she kind of works that neck of Anne-Lena Collins. But you got to remember, Anne-Lena Collins is a veteran in that ring and is not one to give up lightly as she starts to work her way back up to the base, trying to find a way out of that headlock as Sandra Summers continues to wrench on that head. Oh, and she gets whipped into the ropes, goes for a clothesline on Sandra Summers and misses. And and it looks like Anne-Lena did finally manage to connect, sending Sandra down to the ring. Anne-Lena pressing the advantage there with a fist drop onto Sandra as well. So despite that early momentum from Sandra Summers, Anne-Lena, the veteran that she is, manages to regain that control quickly, and starts to work the leg of Sandra Summers, trying to get that base out from under her, kicking the back of her leg. And I can say firsthand that hamstrings and quads just tightening up like that after that kind of abuse is not fun. So, very wise strategy out of Anne-Lena Collins. But once she's done working on those legs, she gets Sandra back up, gets her in a bear hug, and then just hits her with a will-to-wurf. Smart from Anne-Lena Collins here, though. She doesn't let up on Sandra Summers, making sure to really kind of just keep that momentum going. But Sandra manages to avoid a blow from Anne-Lena Collins and comes back with a spear, going for that early pinfall. 1, 2, as Anne-Lena Collins manages to kick out at 2. But it looks like maybe some of that damage from Anne-Lena has been done, though, because you can see Sandra is starting to favor her head there a little bit as she gets up. She doesn't wait long, though, before she gets Anne-Lena back up and locks a rear naked choke on her, trying to kind of cut off that oxygen and airflow, because that'll definitely slow down anybody. I don't care what size you are. Hiroshi right on top of things, too, checking to make sure that Anne-Lena isn't ready to tap. And, she's not one to frequently tap, but, airflow is a dangerous thing, and if you start passing out, he will call the match. And, Sandra actually badgered time and ends up getting with a backstabber there to kind of keep working over Anne-Lena Collins. And while Anne-Lena's down, Sandra actually starts going up to the high rep district, going for a high-risk maneuver here, while Anne-Lena is prone on the mat. We'll have to see if this one's going to pay off for her, though, because we've seen it kind of hurt more than harm sometimes. Oh, and nobody's home, and that absolutely is going to hurt Sandra Summers as she misses that diving elbow drop. And Anne-Lena appears to have gotten a little bit of a second win here. She gets Sandra up and just gets her right in the gut before setting up that pump handle slam, which it looks like she's getting ready to deliver. Just deadlifts Sandra Summers up in the air. That's a 20-pound difference, and she deadlifted her in the air and just dropped her down onto the mat. And then delivers an elbow drop as well to kind of drive the point home, as it were. Doesn't look like Anne-Lena's done with it, though, as she picks up Sandra Summers. She wrenches that arm, leaving Sandra in a very vulnerable position before just tossing her back down to the mat and keeping that arm locked in. Although both competitors get back up to their feet and immediately lock up, and Anne-Lena is just having none of it, showing that sheer strength as she shoves Sandra back down to the mat and goes for that pinfall. 1, 2, and Sandra manages to kick out at 2. Okay, both competitors are back up. Looks like Anne-Lena's got her set up for a power bomb or something. No, instead she goes with that pile driver right down on her head, and that's got to be some painful damage to the neck there, Sandra Summers. Sandra favoring that head again. You know, they're going to have to maybe give a look at her after the match to make sure she didn't suffer any lasting damage there. Because head injuries in wrestling are no joke, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and it looks like Anne-Lena's got a hold locked in there. Hiroshi right on top of things, checking to make sure Sandra doesn't need to tap. Sandra, however, refusing to give up and emphatically telling Hiroshi not to ring that bell. And so for her troubles, Anne-Lena whips her into the ropes, into the corner, and comes rushing in, but looks like Sandra managed to fight her off with a kick of her own. And a clothesline, sending Anne-Lena down. Apparently Sandra's still got a little more left in the tank than she let on. Despite the pains and aches that she might be experiencing at the moment. Let's see if she can press that advantage, though, because, again, this is an opponent you want to make sure you stay on top of. Don't give her a chance to breathe, because if you do, she's going to find that advantage and find that opening and capitalize on it. There it is. She picked her up, and Anne-Lena manages to fight free of the hold and get Sandra into a front face lock. Like I said, you gotta make sure you stay on top of her because she'll find that advantage. She's not a former champion by coincidence. As Anne-Lena Collins manages the front face lock strike there and sends Sandra right back down. She gets Sandra up and sends her into the ropes, but Sandra once again manages to turn things around with almost like a flying floor or a flying clothesline there. But either way, both wrestlers are down on the mat right now. The lasting damage from Anne-Lena Collins could be showing there on Sandra. As even as she does get to her feet, she's holding her head a little bit there for a moment. But Anne-Lena is the one who is still down on the mat. Credit where credit's due to Sandra Sayers for being able to kind of keep managing to try to get that momentum back. Now we have to see if she can capitalize and just keep it in her favor. Oh, and it looks like Sandra Summers is the one doing the rotating this time, giving Anne-Lena Collins a very, very thorough rotation of her own. But to say the damage does still look like it's been done a little bit to Sandra. She's a little slow getting back up. She's showing a little bit of wear and tear, and that extra time that it's going to take her to get to her feet or to kind of get to that next move could be the time that Anne-Lena Collins needs to catch her breath. Because those are the kinds of things that really do win you matches. Those extra chances to get a little oxygen in the body and things like that. Sandra goes for that Samoan drop, though, and goes for the pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, and just a 2 count there as Anne-Lena Collins kicks out again. Oh, it looks like somebody just pulled Sandra out of the ring. So much for Fish solidarity, as I believe that is Captain Amelia getting herself involved in this match. And she throws Anne-Lena back. Throws Sandra back into the ring here, just as Anne-Lena manages to get her way back up to her feet. I call shenanigans here, ladies and gentlemen. That is some underhanded tactics, and Amelia sticking her nose where it doesn't belong at all. Anne-Lena, meanwhile, gets Sandra up to her feet and sends Sandra right back down. Going for that pinfall. 1, 2, and 3. That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Is with an assist from Captain Amelia, Anne-Lena Collins is victor by pinfall. So here is your winner, Anne-Lena Collins. She did almost have it, but unfortunately it almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Alright, so that is our first battle of the evening, and up next we got more action coming your way, as we have Michelle Snyder going up against Katsumi Oshiro. But before we get to that, it's your favorite time of the evening. We're getting this out of the way early tonight, apparently. It's time for the sponsor shout-out. So, some big changes are underway in the Young's Hat region, but one thing stays consistent, and that's the support of our amazing land host. EAW is brought to you by the generous support of Leslie Silverfall, providing us with the space to do all of this for you. Without their direct support, none of this would be possible, so we'd like to take this time to give an enormous and heartfelt thank you for hosting us. If you enjoy the show, please, and would also like to show some love, please direct your attention to the sign beside our EAW logo. It's the one with the color of ours that says Land Host Tip Jar. Actually, I believe that's up on the wall by the entrance now. But 100% of those proceeds donated to that jar go directly to supporting Leslie. And on behalf of us all here at EAW, we appreciate you for showing her some love. And that, of course, is going to take us into our next match here, Michelle Snyder versus Katsumi. Yeah, I've seen some wrestlers come in with chainsaws and stuff. It's kind of been a big gimmick for a while. Although I don't think Katsumi needs a chainsaw to rip anybody's limbs off. She tries to do that without any use of a chainsaw.
I wanna maintain insane, get it up, you always play the blame game, no shit.
Entering first at a height of 5 foot 10 inches, weighing in at 150 pounds, from Indianapolis, Indiana, the Iron Maiden, Michelle Snyder.
First semester, rock it like cream when I'm under pressure with the rest of these cats on siesta. I get loose like change when it's on your dresser. Boom, here comes the real volume, not enough to wake up and shake this tomb. I can act like skate decks and concrete rooms. You're about to face what makes this move. People used to tell me that I'm on my own. They said I never make a difference on this microphone, 'cause there's a million other people who can sing this song. I said, well, thanks for the push, 'cause you all were wrong. Let's go! You wanna try to take me under? I'll never bow.
Michelle Snyder just kind of 150 pounds of attitude here as she gets her way into the ring. Another former member of the Sunless, who managed to not have to deal with any consequences for their actions, apparently. But she's got her hands full tonight against the punk rock princess, coming up now here in a second. And her opponent, at a height of 5 foot 7 inches, weighing in at 124 pounds, from Osaka, Japan, the punk princess, Katsumi Oshiro. Oh great, another punk ass, half my size. To be fair, I don't think Michelle's really ever cared about having crowd support. In fact, I've seen her flip off the fans more often than not anyway. I don't need support from a bunch of fat, underwhelming basement dwellers. Wow, strong words from Michelle Snyder there. Really winning people over, and how to make friends and succeed in business without trying. I don't know. Alright, Hiroshi's checked both competitors, making sure they're ready here. And Katsumi is not one who's a stranger to trash talk as she returns fire right to Michelle Snyder. And there's the bell. We are underway here for our second bout of the evening. And Katsumi not backing down to the larger Michelle Snyder as they stare each other down. Oh, Katsumi rolls under a pair of clotheslines from Michelle Snyder to get us going. And another roll over a knee strike and ducks under a boot. She is giving Michelle Snyder fits here in the early going. And I don't think Michelle Snyder appreciates it. Oh, Michelle Snyder just manages to get the upper hand there and just grinds her boot down onto the face of Katsumi. She proceeds to whip Katsumi into that corner with emphasis and stalk her prey, delivering some serious knee strikes there to Katsumi, driving the air out of her midsection. Michelle turns, goes the opposite corner, and then comes right back in with a hard corner splash, which sends Katsumi down to the apron, and Michelle follows that up with a running face wash. Not one that let Katsumi have a second, though. She picks her right back up and locks her into a front face lock. Before delivering a scoop slam, as Katsumi is favoring that back there for a minute, and understandably so, as she goes for the pinfall, 1, 2, and Katsumi manages to kick out there at 2. But getting slammed by somebody like Michelle Snyder's definitely got to hurt, because she does have that body strength because of her time as a power lifter. Don't ever tell her that she was a bodybuilder. She gets really pissed off. Oh, Katsumi manages to tries to manage to get things turned around there, delivering a chop to Michelle Snyder, followed by an abdominal stretch, but Michelle Snyder manages to just completely overpower it and hip toss her way out of it. Katsumi wisely going after the base there on Michelle Snyder, however, as she drop kicks the knee of the larger of the two in the ring. Hopefully trying to take that base out, like I said, because all that core strength in the world will not help you if you can't stand up. And Kat continues to just stomp away at Michelle Snyder here before picking her back up. Michelle Snyder manages to turn things around again and whip Katsumi into the corner. She comes in for possibly another splash there, but Kat actually manages to avoid it and delivers a super kick. And then Katsumi goes for a corner running knee lift and then follows it up with some corner punches as well. Just raining down those strikes on Michelle Snyder. Katsumi goes to the outside, sizes up Michelle Snyder, springboards off that top rope, and hits her with a European uppercut, sending Michelle Snyder right back down to the mat and goes for the pinfall. 1, 2, and just a 2 count there. Michelle Snyder manages to kick out at 2. A much closer call, I think, than you usually would see in this early offset from a former world champion. But Katsumi wisely does not let up on her. Drags her to the center of the ring and goes for that Texas cloverleaf and locks it in. And she's got Michelle Snyder facing far away from those ropes as she starts to cinch in that Texas cloverleaf, really wrenching at the knees and back of Michelle Snyder. Katsumi, let's all know that she is a delight on dates. Michelle manages to get to the ropes there, and Hiroshi counting. And Katsumi, of course, making sure to work that full count, trying to really do some damage to the knees and back of Michelle Snyder. Because you know absolutely, there's no way, no chance, not even a snowball's chance in hell that Michelle Snyder would ever let up on that hold at 1. What's good for the goose is good for the gander in this case, I say. I think Hiroshi appreciated it, though. As he draws at Katsumi, it is just enough time to apparently have Michelle Snyder knock into Hiroshi, and Hiroshi is down and out. This, do we have a backup referee? Is Hiroshi dead? Did somebody check on him? It's worse than that, he's dead, Jim. Hiroshi makes his way back up to his feet. His Michelle Snyder's got Katsumi locked in a tree of woe. And just starts shoulder thrusting that midsection of Katsumi just repeatedly. Katsumi is definitely hurting, kind of favoring that midsection now. Earlier it was the back, now it's the midsection. So he's got it from both directions, the same general area of that body. Hiroshi reprimanding Michelle Snyder for an illegal move there, but not quite so sure if she's really listening or cares. And a spine buster from Michelle Snyder sends Katsumi back down onto that already hurting back. There she goes for that pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, and Katsumi still got something left. She kicks out of that, too. Fans in the audience definitely behind Katsumi as they try to cheer her on and kind of will her back into this match, despite the unforgiving pickup by the hair of Katsumi by Michelle Snyder before just wrenching her into a German suplex. 1, 2, and German suplex pin almost had Katsumi there. She manages to kick out once again. You have to wonder if Michelle Snyder's starting to wonder what she has to do to put this one away, as Katsumi has managed to kick out of every pinfall attempt so far. Michelle manages to just ground stomp Katsumi there, and then gloat to the crowd, which I am sure the crowd is less than pleased by. See this punk ass? She's nothing. Nothing! I think Michelle Snyder should be paying more attention to her opponent right now than jawing at the fans, however, because that gives Katsumi some time to catch her breath as well, which hopefully might pay off for her in the long run, but we're going to have to see, because she did get right back over there onto her. Oh, and Katsumi manages to get out of that hold there and drops Michelle Snyder with the Desecrator, followed by the and then she looks like she's going in for an inverted figure 4. Hiroshi right on top of it, checking for a tap out or anything like that, as Katsumi's got Michelle Snyder locked up once again. Michelle Snyder refusing the tap so far. Kat goading Michelle Snyder on, trying to get her to tap. Michelle Snyder is still refusing to, however, as she continues to wrench on those legs. Katsumi finally gives in and breaks the hold, but starts to press the advantage as she gets Michelle Snyder back up and hits her with a single knee facebuster. And Katsumi stomps on Michelle Snyder. And even as she tries to sit up there, Katsumi still presses that advantage. And hits it, looks like a senton, and goes for the pinfall. 1, 2, and Michelle Snyder kicks out. This is where Katsumi's got to make sure she doesn't let up. She's got enough in the tank to kind of keep going at her at this point. She's just got to press the advantage at this point. Because Michelle Snyder is no slouch, and she's definitely got some stamina and some strength to go with it. Michelle Snyder's back up to her feet. Looks like Kat was sizing her up in the meantime. And she might have spent a little too much time sizing her up as she gets whipped into the ropes by Michelle Snyder. But Katsumi manages to roll underneath another clothesline. Then rolls over the top of Michelle Snyder. Oh, and she gets her with a kick to the face. Boot to the mouth on Michelle Snyder. Maybe Katsumi will start collecting teeth instead of other body parts. Oh, but Michelle Snyder, unfortunately, is just right back with a fireman's carry. Oh, Katsumi dodges another one, and then kicks her in the head again. Boot to the head. And Katsumi goes for a really fancy pinfall there. 1, 2, and Michelle Snyder still manages to kick out. I thought she had it locked in there really too, because there was not really anywhere to go to try to kick out of that. Michelle Snyder found just enough of strength to kick out. Katsumi is determined to make Michelle Snyder tap out, however, she locks in yet another submission hold. This time it's the camel clutch. Hiroshi stays right on top of things and keeps an eye on it, trying to look for that tap out. Michelle Snyder still refusing to tap out, however. Katsumi is just trying to convince Hiroshi that she needs to be done at this point, as she yanks back on Michelle Snyder. Oh, but there's that strength of that former powerlifter. Michelle Snyder just lifts up Katsumi with the hold intact and just drops Katsumi down onto her back. Both wrestlers down on the mat right now, trying to recover. We're going to see who gets up first here as Hiroshi starts counting. I don't think either of these competitors, if they have anything left in the tank, would definitely be the sort to let this kind of match go to a no decision. As Hiroshi hits 3 on the count, trying to get them up. And Katsumi is the first to her feet. Oh, she gets Michelle Snyder back up into another submission hold. This time it's a rear kneeling sleeper. Can't breathe and you don't get that oxygen flow and you pass out. That's as good as tapping out anyway, because the referee will end the match. But once again, Michelle Snyder trying to fight her way back up to her feet out of sheer strength. And apparently a little bit of eye jabbing as well. Oh, as Michelle Snyder delivers a spin-out backbreaker to Katsumi after whipping her under the ropes. And goes for a pinfall of her own. 1, 2. Oh, just barely kicks out before Hiroshi's hand hits the mat for that 3. And Katsumi manages to keep this match going, keep herself alive in this match. Michelle Snyder picks up Katsumi by the hair, but Katsumi manages to counter the backdrop. Hangs on and delivers a silver tiger suplex pin, but only gets the 2 count. In the latter part here, Katsumi is definitely starting to try to get control back on this match, and every time Michelle Snyder pulls something, Katsumi has had an answer for it. Unfortunately, I don't know if that really stayed the case as she got countered into an Emerald Flosion, courtesy of Michelle Snyder here. 1, 2, and another 2 count. Katsumi still manages to kick out. Oh, Michelle Snyder whips Katsumi to the ropes, and this time she does hit the clothesline on Katsumi. No rolling out of the way this time, as Michelle Snyder sends her emphatically back down to the mat here. We'll have to see if she can press that advantage or decides to gloat a little bit more. And it looks like she's going for the former as she picks up Katsumi again, sets her up for a powerbomb. Oh, and she's got Katsumi up. Oh, but Katsumi is countering it with some punches, trying to get out of that powerbomb hold, and delivers a Shino Kama. Does Katsumi have enough left in the tank to follow it up, however? Oh, as she does in fact get her locked into another submission hold. This one's the Yokai Tsume. Oh, and she's got that locked in tight. There's nowhere for Michelle Snyder to go this time. The only answer could really be the tap, as Katsumi tells her to sing. And there's the tap out for Michelle Snyder as Katsumi wins. Here's your winner by submission, Katsumi Oshiro. Oh, the former General of the Sunless. Hello there, Luke Amat. Here's a microphone for you. Surprised to see me? I'm sure you are. After Amy Luminos reclaimed the title from the goddess Nefertiti, it seemed like the Sunless had been returned back to the Duat. Victory for the rebellion. Anguish for the Sunless. But I can see it. The fear. Many of you asking why is the High General, Anukamat, standing here? I think you mean former High General. There's no army here for you. Oh, your memory's so short. The ungrateful of this world will not be allowed to forget. Nefertiti always has a plan, and always follows through, and I warn every one of you that it's not over. The goddess always provided what she intended, gave to the faithful, and then abandoned. I was once abandoned, left behind by the gods of old, promised rewards for my faithful service, and when I had fallen, I too was forgotten. Nefertiti gave me another chance to prove myself, and here I stand, proof those promises are real. So I will not let you forget. I will stand in this temple, this place so special to the goddess. While I do not know her plans, I have my own. So long as I stand here in this world, I and Nukamat will find every insolent fool who stood against us. Every one of you will pay dearly. And then I shall earn a new title. Dragon Slayer. Do not watch the shadows. You will see me coming. Well, that's rude. She could have just at least given the microphone back. Yeah, I know. I mean, so she says she's not going to be attacking from the shadows. I mean, at least there's that to be said. You know, Nefertiti really kind of didn't promise much of that herself, so... Okay, and that was an interesting little surprise. That being said, it looks like it's time for our main event of the evening. Aurora Birch versus Erin Pleides. Entering first, at a height of 5 foot 8 inches, weighing in at 138 pounds, from parts unknown, the elegant creature of the night, Erin Pleides. And she's not alone either. As usual with my wife in tow.
Just a taste of first blood. Every drop hits my tongue. first blood, and I'm done. Ooh, just a taste of first blood. Just a taste of first blood.
Who wants to see blood? Are you gonna behave yourself today? And her opponent, entering at a height of 5 foot 9 inches, weighing in at 152 pounds, from the wilds of Virginia, Aurora Birch. Unfortunately, I think Hiroshi and Aurora are going to need to have eyes in the back of their head here, because Erin does have a little bit of a help here at ringside, as my wife sits here next to me, unless she's needed by her bestie. Hiroshi, of course, checking over Aurora, and naturally Erin here in a moment as well, I suspect. Okay, no contraband on Erin either. Although, I suppose the fangs don't really count as contraband, so. Alright, so it looks like both competitors are clean and ready to go here, as Hiroshi's ready to get things under the way. Erin emphatically ready to get things going here. Or it could just be that she's hungry. I heard you last week. I believe someone has forgotten I was summoned from nature herself. You're an abomination. In nature, things live and die. You smell dead, and yet you live. I will have to see an end to this imbalance. Yuck. Why are they throwing another hippie at me? At least this one doesn't smell like Maui Wowie. I just told you why I'm here. Weren't you listening? I don't listen to lesser morsels. I beat them. As Erin wastes no time leveling Aurora Birch with a clothesline. She gets her back up there and delivers a stinking chop before whipping her into the corner. And following that up with a hip strike. Not wasting any time, Erin locks Aurora in a front face lock, dragging her to the center of the ring. She tries to go for a suplex, and it looks like Aurora might have actually stopped that suplex and delivers one of her own. Aurora getting some distance there. She sizes up Erin, runs to her, and delivers a leg drop, it looks like, to Erin Pleides. She then whips Erin into the corner, goes to the opposite corner and sizes her up again, and this time hits her with a hard corner splash, and goes back to the corner again. Looks like she might be giving her a twofer there. Oh, this time she hits her with a hip attack. Oh, goes one more time and delivers another hip attack as Erin slumped down to the ground. So this one kind of ended up getting her head a little bit more than the rest of her body. She drove the air out of her twice and then just took that head with a hip attack. Oh, and she's got her back up, sizing her up again from that corner. Just gotta be careful, because sometimes you go to that well too many times and you end up paying the price. As she runs in again, and just like that, that leg, that big boot, or big paw in this case, misses, and she connects the back of her leg with that top turnbuckle. Seems you're a little slow for my dead reflexes. And delivers a forearm club to the back of the head of Aurora Birch, sending her slumping into the corner there. Ooh, and she delivers another hard chop to Aurora Birch before delivering a turnbuckle thrust, and Aurora is down in the center of the ring there, with Erin clearly in the advantage. And it looks to me like she just grinded Aurora's face and muzzle into that very coarse and forgiving canvas before going for that pinfall one. Oh, and just the one count there as Aurora manages to kick out. Looks like she's still got plenty of tenacity left in her, which I'm sure Erin will simply take as a challenge at this point. Now, this is actually the first time these two have fought each other, and very differing and very opposing viewpoints for sure, as Aurora Birch manages to spring off the rope and deliver what looked like an European uppercut herself. But we'll have to see if Aurora can kind of press that advantage after Erin has been kind of on a streak lately since coming back. That unnatural strength has really kind of played to her advantage, as well as some occasional assistance from her bestie. Oh, Aurora manages to go for a toe kick, but then Erin leapfrogs over Aurora Birch. And it looks like in the long run, however, Aurora Birch did still manage to land a strike on Erin Pleides. As she drags Erin to, looks like no, maybe she's not dragging. Nope, she delivers an elbow drop to the inside of Erin's knee. All the supernatural strength in the world, however, isn't going to help you if you have a bum knee, and could be a wise strategy there from Aurora. As she follows that up and locks Erin into a sharpshooter. Hiroshi watching for a tap out here. Erin, however, refuses to tap out. And Aurora breaks the hold here as Erin gets back up and gets back in control, delivering some vicious stomps to Aurora Birch. Kind of just venting that frustration onto her as she keeps the nature's representative down and out on the canvas here. Oh, as Erin Pleides delivers a gorilla press slam, showing off that supernatural strength. As she just manhandles Aurora Birch. Goes for the pinfall 1, 2, and a kick out from Aurora Birch at 2. So despite the superior show of strength from Erin there, Aurora still manages to kick out. And then Erin catapults Aurora, sending her back face first down to the mat. Man, it looks like Erin's back up to her feet. Still pressing that advantage on Aurora, not giving her a chance to catch her breath. I think Erin is bored with this, actually, as she yawns, staring down at her opponent. Apparently, Erin is a little unimpressed with her competitor so far. But Aurora is not taking things sitting down as she manages to turn around and fight free and delivers nature's wrath to Erin Pleides, whipping her into that corner. Oh, and she starts smashing Erin's face first into that corner turnbuckle. And presses that advantage by delivering several Muay Thai knee lifts. Erin is down over in that corner, and Aurora is still keeping that momentum in her favor, delivering a basement dropkick, running from the opposite corner. Side headlock there from Aurora Birch on Erin Pleides. as Aurora continues to impress here, as things didn't really get off to a favorable start for her, but she seems to be kind of fully in control at the moment. And we know Erin has at least one supporter here, sitting right next to me, as a matter of fact, cheering her on. As Aurora goes for that pinfall, 1, 2, and a kick out from Birch. From Erin Pleides. Aurora Birch did not manage to get the pinfall there. See, one of the things about Erin's unnatural abilities is it definitely gives her a little bit of added stamina and absolutely some added strength, which she clearly has been using to her advantage when she can. Kind of like right there, she just chucked Aurora Birch up and out over the top rope of the ring with some real impressive airtime. Hiroshi starts the count here. And Erin joins her outside. Erin just shoves her back onto the commentary desk here. Please, you just lean back here a little bit as Erin slams poor Aurora face first onto this table, and this table is pretty solid actually. So you know that does not feel great. And follows it up with a snake eyes as well. So I don't know who. I just feel for Aurora at this point, getting face full of table multiple times over at this point. Hiroshi up to 6 as Erin whips her back into the ring and joins her there quickly to stop that count from Hiroshi. Oh, she goes for the pinfall. 1, 2, and just a 2 count there from Hiroshi. Erin whips Aurora into the ropes, and Aurora comes back with a rebound X Factor, shifting that momentum in this match once again. Aurora gets Erin back up here. We'll have to see if she can actually press some advantage here. It's been a lot of back and forth so far, though Erin has actually, shown that vampiric strength a few times. Ooh, toe kick from Aurora Birch as she gets Erin up. Ooh, it looks like she's got her in the stall. Ooh, a stall pile driver from Aurora Birch to Erin Pleides. So normally they would let the blood rush to the head, but I don't know if that really works with a vampire. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Aurora not wasting any time, however. She gets up onto that top rope and possibly looking for a high-risk maneuver here. Let's see if the moonsault lands. Oh, the corkscrew moonsault senton actually does, in fact, land. I believe she calls that the infrared. She goes for a pinfall. 1, 2, and that is still not enough to put away Erin Pleides. Well, I think some of the fans in the audience are giving Hiroshi some counting advice at the moment. Oh, Erin turns things around, and delivers a insecurity to Aurora Birch, sending her back down to the mat. So once again, we've got Erin Pleides back in control of the match. Kind of wresting momentum away from Aurora Birch here. Erin whips her into the corner. You speak from nature. Let me introduce you to a tree. Oh, I don't think that's good news for Aurora Birch, as Erin puts her into the tree of woe. Leaves are completely vulnerable to attack here from Erin Pleides. Erin, meanwhile, gives her a rope-hung backstabber and is immediately back up to her feet, picking up Aurora Birch to continue working that advantage, locking her into a front face lock. And Erin gets her up into position and delivers a stake driver. Going for that pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Oh, here's your winner by pinfall, Erin Pleides. I could have a taste test, but I was already a vegan for years. I'm sure you taste like grass too. This is, no, I can't, it's in my eyes and mouth.
Every drop hits my tongue. Just a taste of first blood, and I'm done. Ooh, just a taste of first blood. Just a taste of first blood.
Alright, well that's about it here for us folks at the Blue Angel Wrestling. We hope you enjoyed yourselves today, and we hope you'll see you here again soon. We'll be back at it again next week. Yeah, make sure you stick around for the meet and greet afterwards. But in the meantime, this has been Mr. Mayhem, Max Blanks, the man of the microphone, coming to you live, flying solo. And on behalf of myself and our production staff, I want to thank you again and wish you all good fight, good night.
Still handcuffed, all gag face down to